There are many routes to consider when you're planning your trip to Antarctica. You could base your decision entirely on budget, but at the same time, you need to think about the kind of wildlife you'd like to see, the kind of wilderness you'd like to experience, and even the activities you'd like to get involved in. These trips range from 9 right up to 32 days, but the vast majority of them all embark from Ushuaia, which is the southernmost port in Argentina. Before I run through the options that are available, I should point out that the prices in this video are simply an indication. They're all expedition only, so they don't include flights, they don't include land-based accommodation, and they're all based on the lowest grade of accommodation on board, triple cabins or quad cabins. And of course, all the prices are subject to change and availability. If you're travelling alone, we can usually arrange same-gender shared cabin space, which really helps to keep the costs down. Of course, you can always opt for sole occupancy, taking a cabin to yourself, but this usually comes with a 50% supplement. Twin cabins, higher grade cabins, even suites are all available, but they always bring with them an extra cost. Our team of travel advisors are always on hand if you'd like some help getting an accurate quote for your perfect adventure. So, with the small print out of the way, I'll go through the routes available in order of popularity. Number 1. The Antarctic Peninsula. The most popular route, and often referred to as the classic route, takes between 9 and 13 days, but the first 2.5 and the last 2.5 days are spent crossing the Drake Passage en route to the Antarctic Peninsula and the South Shetland Islands. This is an excellent choice for those who only have 2 to 3 weeks available, including travel, and you should expect to pay between £4,000 and £6,000. Number 2. The Shackleton Route. Following Shackleton's epic historic route can take between 20 and 24 days, but you'll also get to take in South Georgia and the Falklands. This trip is ideal for those with a little more time on their hands. Prices come in at just over £8,000 and can reach to over £11,000 in peak season. The third most popular trip is crossing the Circle. Taking around 14 days, this trip explores the more remote areas of Antarctica and reaches the actual Antarctic Circle. This is a dream come true for most of our passengers, and the rich wildlife and beautiful scenery make this a very special trip indeed. You should expect to pay between £6,500 and £8,000 for this slightly longer expedition. At number 4, it's the Fly the Drake cruise. Distilling the Antarctic experience down to 6 to 8 days, this trip is ideal for those who'd rather not sail across the infamous Drake Passage, or for those who are just a little more time sensitive. You'll fly from Punta Arenas in Chile to King George Island in the South Shetland Islands, where you'll pick up the cruise. An express 6-day trip can be available for as little as £3,700, whereas you'll expect to pay up to £9,000 for the 9-day fly cruise. At number 5, it's the Weddel Sea route. Taking 11 days, this route's big draw is the chance to see the elusive emperor penguin. The usual price tag for this trip is about £6,600, but it's definitely worth considering a vessel which has helicopter access to improve your chances of reaching the penguin colonies. This upgraded experience can cost up to somewhere around £9,200. At number 6 is the epic Ross Sea route. Considered by many the ultimate Antarctic experience, and taking between 30 and 32 days, this one-way trip comes with 2 options. You can choose to sail from New Zealand and disembark in Ushuaia, Argentina, or you can do the trip in reverse and disembark in New Zealand. The price tag for this trip starts at about £22,800, and it's rarely the choice of a first-time Antarctic traveller. So there you have it, all the routes to Antarctica that you have to choose from. If you'd like to discuss any of these routes in more detail, feel free to give us a call. In the next video, we'll be unveiling a few top tips to help you get the best value out of your polar expedition. Make sure you don't miss it.